Hello again there folks, TaterCat here, and today I will be reviewing the second volume of Blood Plus by Asuka Katsura. As I've said before, Blood Plus is a manga adaptation of the anime of the same name, but like I said, all this, the light novel were released to lead up to the release of the anime, so they're all the same story, just I guess slightly different versions. The second book immediately picks up where the first one ended, where the weird little vampire boy Charles pops up after the Chiropteran attack, and he just starts tearing into Saya pretty viciously, trying to provoke her into just going berserk and tearing everything to pieces. Haji manages to just grab them and run off, so that's how they get away from Charles. Except, in retaliation, Charles sets fire to the hospital that Riku was in, kidnaps Riku, and leaves a message carved into the doctor that has been taking care of Riku and giving Saya her blood transfusions in the first one, straight into her chest, calling her to Vietnam. So, yeah, obviously they're going to Vietnam. Because of everything that's going on, Saya tries to start distancing herself, but George is basically just like, I really don't care about whatever your past is and all that, you're still my daughter. So, that stops pretty quick, and she accepts that yeah, this is her family. She's allowed to still be part of the family. She'll always be accepted there and all of that. So, off they go to Vietnam. Oh, another thing of note with the doctor, I believe her name is Julia. Along with the message carved into her chest, she was surrounded by blue roses. So that's another thing, when they go to Vietnam, they start investigating because, blue roses are pretty notable. They're not natural. They arrive in Hanoi, Vietnam, and since they start investigating, trying to find the blue roses, they find a girl carrying a basket full of them named Mui, and Mui takes them to her village where she got the blue roses from. On the way there, Saya just has these basically PTSD flashes of just chiropterans and dead bodies all over the jungle. She passes out, and she wakes up in Mui's village. Riku does actually wake up fully healed and all that in some giant mansion with Charles just kind of sitting there feeling sad. So at least we know that he's not dead. While at the village, Saya does make friends with Mui. Unfortunately, it seems there's another party involved, where a bunch of chiropterans, of course, show up in that village too. And everything goes to shit. I'll leave it at that so I don't give spoilers, because if I say any more, I think I will give spoilers. So, I believe that the movie that this series was inspired by also takes place in Vietnam. I want to say during the Vietnam War. I'm not 100% sure because I've seen that movie twice and that has been quite some time ago. But yeah, that's how the second book ends, is everything is going to hell in that village. And of course, poor little Mui gets dragged into it. Since the first book of the series is always very full of character introduction and world building, usually the second one has more time to build things up and escalate things. I think I'll give the second book an 8 out of 10. It's got a lot more going on in it, obviously, because now that the basic world building and main character introductions are out of the way, they can start actually going with the actual plot. So yeah, I haven't started volume 3 yet, but it is on my desk to do so. Like, subscribe, and all that noise. See you in the next one, folks. Later.